Today in pet care, as the weather gets nicer, pets are spending more and more time outside. It's important to be aware of various infections and diseases that can occur. So to find out more about internal dangers, we heard from an expert. Parasites, something that many humans and animals never want to think about. However, parasites occur every day, so it's important for pet owners to understand what they are.
So parasites are organisms that depend on another animal or what's called the host to live.
Parasites can be very harmful to pets. Owners should not only be protecting their animals, but themselves too.
And the reason we should be worried about them are two main reasons. I mean, one, they can cause disease in the animal itself. But there are some parasites that can be contagious to us or carry diseases that are contagious to us.
One in particular comes from fleas and causes cat scratch fever in humans. Pet owners should be aware of other common parasites as well.
The most common are fleas and ticks, as far as seeing in the office. And the most common problem that I see is a lot of people underestimate the risk of their pets to the parasites that are out there. So, ticks are active anytime it's 40 degrees or above, and I see them commonly here, definitely by March and through December, but I do see them in small numbers in January and February, especially if we have a milder winter.
Being familiar with the risk of parasites is just half the battle. Knowing how to treat animals once they develop such bacteria is important too.
First would be to call your veterinarian's office, and depending on the situation, they may be able to give you advice over the phone, or if they think that it would be a good idea for the pet to be examined so the right medication can be prescribed, then they would discuss that with you.
But for those who wish to avoid the treatment altogether, there are options for protecting your pet from hosting the organism.
A lot of different products out there, and there's several different parasites we need to consider. So it's really a conversation they should have with their veterinarian when they're there for their wellness visit with their pet, as far as what their pet's at risk for and what medications they should be using. And it can be very confusing, so your veterinarian is the best person to sort out the different products that are out there and what's best for their pet.
And don't assume that if your pets are indoors, they will avoid the dangers.
A lot of indoor pets are not truly strictly indoor. They are going out in the yard with the owner for short periods of time, and even those short periods of time, they can get exposed to fleas and ticks. They can get exposed to mosquitoes that pass heartworm disease, and intestinal parasites can be in the soil. So it is still possible for them to get these parasites.
If you're the owner of a newborn puppy or kitten, Dr. Lawrenson says to watch out for worms. But for pets of all ages, it's best to get them checked 1 to 2 times per year, even if they aren't showing any symptoms. For more information on pet care, head to foxprovidence.com.